What's going on, guys? My name is Jake. This is your Body Comp Prescription, where we help you navigate through all things health and fitness. Be sure to follow us on Instagram at bodycomprx. As always, I am not a doctor or a nutritionist, so please keep that in mind as we start the conversation. But today, we're actually going to be introducing a brand new series that's going to be exclusive to our YouTube channel, and it's going to be called ETC, or Extending the Conversation. So, um, just a dumb acronym that I came up with. I thought it was clever. But basically, what this is going to be is another place for both Jesus and I to kind of speak at our on our own time about certain things that maybe we forgot to mention during our main podcast episodes. Now, I know that it's just me right now, but don't get it confused. This isn't always just going to be me. Sometimes it's just going to be me. Sometimes it's going to be just Jesus. Sometimes it's going to be both of us. But what this series allows us to do is speak on our own time about topics that we want to elaborate on or speak more about. So, sometimes Jesus is going to have something by himself because, I'm busy and he wants to get some more stuff out there that maybe he forgot about. So that's what this is going to be. It's going to be another place for information on topics that maybe we already covered. So that way you can get a little bit more knowledge that we didn't include the first time around. So, for example, if we already talked about fat loss, but if there was something that I know I forgot, I might make another video through ETC going on the YouTube channel and talk about the things that I didn't say the first time. Maybe I got some more stories or analogies that'll help you guys understand what we talked about in the main episode. But the point is that we wanted to do this so that way, one, we can get more information out to you guys, but also we didn't want to flood the main episode series, the main podcast episodes on the audio side of things for those who just listen to that, which is fine. But for the people who watch us on YouTube, if you do want to hear more about specific things, this is where we can answer those questions as well. So let's say that you watched the episode on fat loss, but you have some questions, you sent us some DMs, you commented, you texted us, whoever, however you contact us, right? But we would love to do an Instagram live, but because our following isn't that big yet, it doesn't really make a lot of sense to do that. So what we can do is we can take those questions that we accumulate from you guys DMing us or commenting, whatever the case may be. We can take those, make an ETC episode, so that way all of that information is still being catered towards the people who want it / need it. So I hope you guys are excited. I know I am. This will be another opportunity for me to just talk and speak out loud, talk to myself, or talk to Jesus if we're both free about certain things. So we hope you guys enjoy this. The second part of this video is going to be me explaining a little bit more about myself and why I'm doing this podcast on this platform. So one of the main reasons that I wanted to do the podcast is because obviously I forget things too. And when, because we're based around information and sharing our knowledge and stuff, there are going to be times where we forget things. And I know I'm going to do that. So that's one. But two, I think one of the problems that I have is that people want to ask me questions, right? And instead of just answering that question for that person individually, by doing this podcast, posting the audios, posting the videos, what that's going to do is it's going to allow those answers to just be out there for people to find when they want to find them. Having information available for people at all times, I think, is super, super powerful, because I can speak for Jesus on this one. We genuinely just want to help, and because we're still on the younger side, we don't have like 10, 15, 20 plus years in the fitness industry and, competed in bodybuilding shows and done all this kind of stuff. But what we do have is, um, hopefully an audience that's willing to grow with us. And as we learn things, we're going to relay those to you too. So hopefully you can learn as well. And I think that's why this is so powerful, is it's going to allow us to answer questions that people have. It's going to put it out there so that way everyone can find it when they want, naturally, or through, hopefully maybe someone shared it with them, whatever. But it's gonna be good for us because it's gonna force us to keep learning. It's gonna help you guys because I know that's what we're trying to do, is we're trying to give you guys what we already have up here and make it so that way it's understandable for you, helpful for you, and get you on your way to wherever it is that you're trying to be within the health and fitness space, I would say. That was one of my biggest issues with my previous job as a trainer, was that I was only able to help one person at a time. So even though it's super rewarding being a trainer, seeing someone go from point A to point B, the real big downside is that you're only impacting one person. Now, that may sound a little bit selfish and saying, well, if you weren't doing that, you wouldn't help anybody at all, which I do think is correct. But what I do want to say is that the things that I helped each client with are things that other people also need help with. So by putting this information out there and by helping if I'm addressing someone in specific who asked me a question, there are other people that have those questions too, for sure. Like I have questions, so I ask them, and then another person is like, "Oh yeah, I had that same question. Cool, thanks for asking." It's like that. It's like that old thing in school when a teacher said, "Hey, don't be afraid to raise your hand and ask a question because someone also probably has a similar or the same question." So might as well just put it out there. And I agree with that for sure. So, that's another big reason why I'm doing this as well, to, you know, help multiple people by answering questions that overlap from person to person. Another big reason why I'm doing this podcast, both the audio and the video, is to um, explain things. Like I like teaching, I like explaining, I like breaking stuff down. Obviously, this is an ego thing for me because um, I like helping and I like being needed to help, if that makes if that makes sense. So I feel like this is my way of doing that. It's helping people, it's helping me, and it allows me to do what I find fun, which is explaining, teaching, breaking stuff down, for sure. But other than that, I don't want to carry this on too long. I don't even know if anyone's going to see this, but you know I just want to thank you guys for all the support that you've shown, the Instagram, the YouTube. If you listen to the audios by themselves, that's great too. We've had a pretty successful run, or a pretty successful start to everything that we've done. And I know a lot of the people that have seen our stuff or listened to our stuff are either friends or family members, but honestly, that's fine too, because that means a lot. And you're supporting what I want to do, and you're supporting what Jesus wants to do also. So I know we appreciate that. So thank you guys again for watching or listening, and hopefully you find this series or playlist helpful in the future. And yeah, I'll just catch you in the next one, guys. Peace.